All right, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Urani Valley, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology, where we have fish in the sky. These fish are like normal fish, but they're in the sky. I don't know. I'm channeling Dan Harmon or something ridiculous. So, I made a fishery because we need these fish for fish paste. I don't remember if we did that in the last episode or not. It has been a week since I've recorded. It's turning out that upgrading everything is a lot harder than it seemed before I started. So in here, we've got string and fish pellets, and it makes about, I don't know, like 45 or so of these guys every time. And all I've been doing is playing this game where you dump everything in there, grab all these, and then all the string goes in here. And it starts working. And what we want is the mincemeat, obviously. Oh, man. This process here of getting the mincemeat is turning out to be deceptively long. So I'm faced with the choice. I can either automate everything, from scratch like we've been doing, or I can just leave it be for now. And I can show you what it is that's got me at the point where I'm just going to leave it be. Okay, so to make the fish, because it's the first step to making, well, not the first step, it's how we make the mincemeat. We need two things. We need silkworm oil pellets and string. So the oil pellets are not hard, but there's a lot of steps. So we have to make empty fluid cells, which is no big deal. We just run the bender on some plates. No, extruder. Sorry, extruder on the ingots. That was easier. And I think it was the polybenzimidazole is the fastest. So I've got several thousand fluid cells downstairs, just waiting to be used. But then the refined silkworm oil requires a distillery. And the raw silkworm oil requires silkworms. The silkworms require rooted dirt, and the rooted dirt requires a mixer with fermented biomass. And all of our fermented biomass is being used right now, so we have to actually go make some new fermented biomass. So all of that stuff is, or we could sift. That's not going to happen. It doesn't actually work in the auto sifter. You have to do it this way. It might be almost worth it. I've been trying to figure out. Yeah, I mean, we could harvest trees. No, that's not going to happen either. I've been trying to figure out if any of this stuff can be made, but we have to go all the way back to dirt to get it made with the essence. So none of that's really helpful. Although I guess, is there a fish essence? No, there's no fish essence. That'd be crazy. So yeah, that's where we're at. Is making fish. So it's so ridiculous. We could fish. We could just fish right here. But this is obviously much faster. We can see we can get 4 stacks per time, and that just means that we probably would dump all of these into the same macerator. But where I'm at right now is making polycaprolactic, because the other thing we need to make these whatever we're making to make the fish is string. The only thing we use the silkworm oil pellets for is fish. I've got the seawater automated. That part's fine. That's easy. It was just one industrial mixer, or whatever it's called. The industrial barrel. That's what it was. So that was easy. But the string is turning out to be... We could do flax into string, but the flax into string... There's no auto crafting, so we'd have to just auto craft it. And I don't know how long that would last because the machine I've got it on is slow. So I thought, we need this polycaprolactam sooner or later anyways. Oh my goodness, it's a long series. There's no chemical line reduction so far. So we start off with nitrogen dioxide, which we're getting from ender air, mixed with water. Gets us nitric acid, which we need for something else. So maybe we use that as an output. Along with... it also makes, I got it back here somewhere. Oh, it's in the backpack. Why did I put it back there? I don't know. Yeah, along with nitric oxide. So the nitric oxide, we mix with chlorine to get nitrosyl chloride. And then I kind of put myself in a corner here. So we make hydrogen, and we mix the hydrogen with benzene. And I think it doesn't use the nickel dust. I don't know why. I'm trying to figure out. It seems silly to have this as the thing that makes chemical reactions happen, but isn't consumed in the process. Um, because it just sits there. It's not like we need nickel for anything. So even a regular, I mean, it would mean we can't do this until we get nickel. But I mean, you always get nickel really fast. So I don't know. Anyway, so benzene, hydrogen, nickel makes the cyclohexane, and we mix the cyclohexane with the nitrosyl chloride, and we get silohexanon oxime dust. That is a lot. And like I said, I built myself into a corner here. I kind of knew I was doing it, but I didn't want to make this, 2 machines wide, because I still wanted to be able to get back through there. So that's fine. I just warped it over here with ender drawers. So we make sulfuric acid, mix the sulfuric acid with cyclohexanon oxime dust, and we should get caprolactam dust. And then we have to electric blast furnace it with nitrogen, which is going to be ludicrously fast once we get it UV. And we've got it's 0.1 seconds. Takes 983,000 EU, but it'll drop down significantly based on temperature increases. So I'm expecting this to be one of those subtick parallels things. It doesn't say it's got subtick parallels, but somebody was telling me that it does, so we'll see. But the reason I haven't finished it is I'm all out of UV energy hatches. And the thing that's stopping us there is, if I come all the way down here, I have set up, I was trying to remember all the things I've done in last week. I've set up all of these black lights to not make a lot of light. It seems so dark down here. Here we can, boop, that's better. Yeah, but all the parts are made out of titanium. So I have 0 titanium. These here are for the UV emitter, UV sensor, and UV energy hatch. But I'll need to do another data bank down here to have them done all that. And it's not a big deal. It's just we can't even do it until we get to neutronium, because both of these require neutronium. We could automate the energy hatches, but I just haven't gotten that far yet. It's fine. So yeah, so that's where we're kind of stuck. We are making, we've got almost a full thing of pumps. We have a full thing of conveyor modules. We're getting there on the pistons, and the robot arms are always last and behind. But everything is good, except for there's always one missing. Oh, now it's this one. Why is that one missing? It's always something. Okay, I also gave up. I know I said I wasn't going to set up these as automatic, but I couldn't get any further. I needed to do something. So this is no longer making the ZPM crystal processors. This one's making the ZPM crystal, or this one's making the LUV processors, and then it warps over to this new assembly line. And this new assembly line is missing these guys again. All right, we can go check on that here in a second. And this one's here. It's all ready and waiting. I just need 32 UV voltage coils. But in here we've got machine hulls and cables and all that. We're all ready to go. I just don't have enough titanium to make them. It takes 16 wires per coil, and each one of the energy hatches takes 2 coils, so it's 4 titanium per. So I need a stack of titanium, and this is just not running very fast. I've got 10 now. So what we're waiting on is this, not the europium, we're waiting on the duranium. The duranium takes 30 seconds each. I could increase the power. I just don't know how that works exactly, so I have been putting it off. But if this takes too much longer, basically I was hoping to have essentially unlimited everything at the UV tier, but I haven't. Just I went and played Reclamation for a while. I've been digging, lots of digging. I love digging in Minecraft, so that is a downside of sky blocks. There was a sky block a while ago that had Botania in it, and you could use the it's the one that makes dirt up here underneath you. You just basically built a giant hill of dirt underneath you in exchange for mana. I like that one because then you can build a giant actual island all the way down to Y level -64, and then you can go from there. Anyways, in here, most of these have had their energy hatches. Sorry, their does this even have a maintenance hatch? Why are you not showing up like that? So I was just about to say most of them have had their energy hatches replaced. Sorry, maintenance hatches replaced. But turns out that I was silly. So we do have a few here going though. Like there's a mixing vessel, and this acts like it's in a clean room. Here's a centrifugal unit, acts like it's in a clean room. I figured we should be replacing all of these like that. So I'm slowly replacing all of the machines in here with the mega block size ones, not the 3x3x3. So we've got the wire mill again, clean maintenance hatch. What else? Still slow. This has been running forever. Yeah. What is that? Really all I did? It feels like I did more. It always does, though, right? Nothing new in here. I'm trying to think what else. It doesn't seem like I've done a lot, but I've been just moving around, trying to fix things. We need to run over here and check on. Oh! I also have the thing we're doing this episode. I'll get to that here in a second. See, this should have energy power going to it, right? So that shouldn't be a problem. But this should still be a clean room. I covered the clean room thing, so I can't tell. Why are you not running? Let's see. Hyper made an excellent point that you look through and find the one that is... Oh, this doesn't have any... It's not even this part. You look for the one that's got stuff in the input, but nothing in the output. And this one requires 2 because it's a multi-layer. So just having that one there is basically like it's empty. Okay. So we got to go find the epoxy circuit boards. That's plastic printed. It's epoxy sheets. So epoxy circuit boards are right up here. No, it's not epoxy circuit. It's fiber reinforced circuit boards. So that's got to be even one more further forward. Right here. Okay. What are you missing? I bet you it's platinum. It's always platinum lately. Yeah, so it's running. It's just something's slow. So it's got the reinforced sheets. It's got the sulfuric acid. And it is missing whatever the other one is. So, fiber circuit. Not the printed one. We just want this one. Annealed copper foil. Oh, we are out of annealed copper. Is that really? It's always something. I did... How do I get down here now? I did finally... I have one machine here making platinum because everything was just constantly out of platinum. So this guy's chugging along doing his thing. Let's go look at... this guy here. I have been slowly getting rid of these machines. If nothing else, even if they're the single blocks, we'll swap them over to the UV one. That's why I was making all the components, and it's just taken a lot longer than I thought. I mean, literally days and days of processing. Okay, I bet you're out of oxygen. Is that what the issue is? It is not. You're out of copper. Well, that's unexpected. Is it really though? Is it really? Because, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at here. Okay. How to fix that? Not entirely sure. I'll do it off camera, in between episodes. It just means I'm going to put down another multi-smelter by the platinum one. I'd like to have it in some reasonable order, but it doesn't seem to make any sense. Speaking of which, I should probably break this. let you be done. Yeah, we'll just do that, and hopefully that's okay. Right. Oh, you're full. So I've just got stuff in my inventory for no reason now. All right. All that aside, let's run over to... I've got a warp around here somewhere. For as many warps as I've got, it's hard to find them sometimes. I hate this one. Can't get anywhere from that particular... There. So here is where we started trying to do the molten destabilizer, and we can actually make the molten destabilizer. So that's coming here soon, and that'll make a lot of things a lot nicer. But we got to get the data module. We got to get all these parts. 24 electric pumps is kind of the biggest deal. The rest of it seems... Oh, we need neutronium. I forgot. I keep forgetting that one. But, you know, research stations, no big deal. That's all we're... Oh, no, we have to add one more HPC. Everything requires just one little bit more. Just one more thing. But over here, we have a giant cleaner. So I pulled the one... That's where I was jumping around over the stuff in the experimental area. I don't know why I still call it the experimental area, but I do. So you are clean, right? No, you're waiting. I never put a... Because I never decided how I wanted to handle it. That's why I didn't do it. Okay, well, we can fix that real quick. Let's do a little of that. We'll do a little of that. And throw this in here. So this was all just made out of parts. I think I even broke... I even broke the... Okay, now. 32 seconds at UV. But it only has to go through a couple cycles, so it'll be fine. Yeah, I broke down. I realized... Oh, that was what took me forever. I keep thinking of all the things. Oh, that took forever. These are no longer clean rooms. I can walk in and out. Because the only thing we needed the clean room for was making the HPIC chips. And the MPIC chips. And the LPIC chips. So this one's still a clean room because I haven't done this one yet. Mostly because LPIC is only used to make the... I'm really considering, is it worth it to... I gotta come all the way over here. This one is kind of running. What were you running out of? It's out of something. I don't remember what now. Oh, right. No. I've got this. I've got that. Oh, it's out of one of the quadra... Oh, tritanium. Tritanium is our bottleneck for everything. I haven't figured out how I want to handle that yet. If you have ideas, well, I was gonna say I'm probably a couple episodes past, so I'll probably have figured it out. But the way it's going, it's taken me several days between episodes lately. Oh, over here, still over here, is the other thing I was working on. Is that we've got a giant laser engraver, turning Naquadope wafers into MPIC wafers and then into the MPIC chips. And that's just the cleaning maintenance hatches. Let's see, we pull vanadium gallium out. We mix it together in a clean room chemical reactor to make the MPIC chips, and then the MPIC chips... No, sorry, to make the HPIC chips. We use the MPIC chips to make the HP chips. And then they come out here, and we got the HPIC chips here. So that was the bottleneck before. Now it's titanium. But these all are just solar panel powered. In fact, I think this is okay. It's just barely, huh? Just barely. I didn't even notice that before. So this seems to be pretty reasonable. These will all get replaced with a single solar panel 8 when we get neutronium. But oof, we're going to need a ton of neutronium. So that is on the list of things that are coming up, is griping about how much neutronium we need. Right, so what I need to do is go all the way back. This is the list of all the things I've realized we needed. I don't need that anymore. I don't need... Oh, I did need the stabilizer. Oh, well. Don't need the cutting saw. UV energy hatch will leave. Laser safe engraving I've got. I made a couple more alloys, like 4. Cleaning maintenance hatch will leave. Don't need that. Ultimate parallel control hatch is going to get replaced with the extreme, ultra, mega, super parallel control hatch, but we need UV emitters and we need wetware processors to get that to happen. So, we need mincemeat. And basically right now I think we just have to stick with manually getting the mincemeat. But once we do that, everything else we can do in the machine. So we need a large chemical reactor inside the clean room. And let's go make that oh, doggone it. I don't have I knew this was gonna come up. We don't have any titanium. We have some titanium. We have 21 titanium. So this takes 30 seconds. So, and this takes, sorry, not that one. This one takes 28.8 seconds. And so it takes 2 cycles of liquid uranium to make 1 titanium ingot. And I can't decide if I put, does it tell me how much it's using? It's only using 16,000. So what would happen if we came in here and, okay, we're gonna potentially break things. We're gonna potentially break things. But I mean, if it's only using that much, then what if we, because these don't all need to be powered. So what if we broke this and broke these? And I don't have a doggone UV energy. Let's go make some. We can at least make a couple. You make 5. All right. So we run down here. We grab some of these. We need 10. And we run over here. We throw these into the wire mill. It's 1, 2, 3, and 16 is over there. So hopefully, if I put these in here, it takes longer because it's running them all in parallel, but then it's just done. And then I'm going to use this machine. I needed 11 of them, but whatever. And then this one still takes forever. It has been upgraded to UV. I think we did that last episode. But yeah, there's just been a lot of waiting. A lot of waiting sitting around while things chug along. Once I get 2 of these... Oh, I've had a few. Nice. Okay. Okay. I must have thrown some in there earlier and forgot that I'd done that. That's okay. I can run over here, and I can put them in the 5th slot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You kick on. You kick on. Oh, is it missing? It used that much? Okay. Huh. It's out of sodium potassium. I'm trying to think, do we have sodium potassium being made? We have to. I bet you I know where it is. I know where it is. It's I never come over here anymore. Right here. So I'll just grab some. Right back over here, and yeah, what I've realized is that I'm pretty good at Gregtech, but only up to a certain point, and that certain point was about the transition from LUV to ZPM, and then the number of machines we had to have was so many that I can't keep track of them all in my head. That's kind of how I've been doing it. So yeah, so yeah, this is going to be an issue. Is it worth fixing right now? I've made so many multi-blocks, I'm really tired of making them. That's why I'm hesitant to get into it. But while that's processing, we can go do that. It's fine. We need some heat-proof casings. We need some We got input and output buses. I've got the maintenance hatches, so I just need the multi-smelter. Okay, just one of you. And what kind of power was down there? It was purple, right? So that is ivy, I think. I should have an ivy hatch in here. Yeah, we'll grab this and hope that that's the right one. What do we got going? Ivy, perfect. Okay, so oh, I meant to grab the coils, and I totally got distracted by the ivy power. Ivy energy hatch goes there. These guys, I don't think we need anything else. These are really simple to do because, you know, it's not even like blast furnaces. And you can come in here, and I think we're just going to go ahead and output right to the ender drawer. I'm not playing with that anymore. And one more input bus right there. We will do ender drawer. And let's go grab this link and the other link while we're there. This one. Yeah, okay. Copper is back there. Somewhere. Nickel, copper. And I gotta run all the way to the north. I did think this through when I put this over here, but I have to run all the way back and forth every time. It is not bad with the... It's not bad with the boots. And I get this fun jump. Woo! I love that jump. I almost would say I live for that jump, but I've now done it a few times. So, you know, not as exciting, but still exciting. Right. Now what are you missing? Input bus, output bus, multi-smelter, energy hatch, auto maintenance hatch, coils, I see my third. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's see, 13 blocks would be... Oh, I missed one of these. Oh, right, it needs a muffler. I had to go make some mufflers for the first time in a very long time. Okay. This is why I'm getting a little bit tired of making the multi-blocks, because I'm finding myself being very forgetful, and that is wearing. Muffler. This reach, though, that's crazy levels of reach. Now you're formed. Perfect. Okay. We'll hit you. I'm not real worried about the power on this one, because it does so many that we should be absolutely keeping up. Yeah, done. Done. I love that too. All right, so we need another ender drawer. But this one's got to already be linked before we put it down, or bad things happen. Cats and dogs living together. Earth in ruins. Apocalyptic. Yeah, that's one where I definitely don't have the time to go track down where every single other place I've used copper is. So we definitely need to make sure we keep the same link. Yeah, so this will just keep doing that. It's using all of 1,000 EU. So the energy usage is trivial, and it can't even transfer stuff in there fast enough to keep running constantly. So I think we'll be okay. And then when we run back to here, we should see. Oh, this one kicked on first. This needs the multi-hatch too. No, this is crystal processor assembly. The crystal processor room. This is the one that's running. Oh, no, yeah, it's filling this one up. I'm just not seeing where it comes from. Where is it coming from? Oh, right there. I don't know what I thought it was, but... yeah, okay. So this will fill up. Then this will fill up. And then we'll be good. I need to go update all of those, but you can tell already that I'm not making UV energy hatches as fast as I could. Why would I get 9? I feel like I'm missing something here. Did I really put 20 in there? Alright, how long for the next one? 20 more seconds. I'm not gonna wait on that. Okay, let's go run over here. And oh, this hasn't been running this entire time. Oh yeah, it has. Because it doesn't need to have all of them powered. So what I'm thinking is, if we just replaced, if I move that aside like that, and I'm not even gonna worry about it. Place just one of these with UV. It wants... oh yeah, look at that. It's sucking all that power. And then the question is it sucking too much power out? So all we need to do was that one UV hatch. So what if we do the same thing down here? Oh, hold on. What is this? Still 29 seconds though. So that didn't help. The max is still that. It must be because it's a Mark 1. Okay. That was good to know. So, fun fact, that's not how you make it go faster. And now I get to go fix all this. I'm not going to, though. I'm going to leave it, and I will fix it later. If I ever remember to fix it. Yes, okay. So, my goal had been to wait until I got Mark 3s before I jumped into that. To get Mark 3s... we are missing wetware. So that's why we're working on wetware today. And I know I haven't even gotten to the wetware at all yet. But I needed those energy hatches. So let's go over here and grab the stuff we need. We have too much stuff. Too much stuff in the inventory. I've got input bus. We've got parallel control. No, that doesn't work on the we have 4 chemically treated. So if I just... we're out of chemically treated. Okay. Then that means that we can make this quickly. We just grab... I have some solid in here somewhere. I had some solid in here. I have these ones. That'll be fine. And we run these in here. I think it'll just go. Oh, I know. It needs a 6. There we go. And done. Nice. I love that. No! That's not it. We need PTFE. Okay, one more try. I will get this all down sooner or later. So we need to grab this PTFE that's over here. Make you a 6. And now we're good. Switches back to 1 so it doesn't forget later. And I'm going to leave that there because we'll probably need some more. Okay. So we got this block. And you know, actually, now that I've actually made it, let's okay, so I've been playing Reclamation and the only monsters are drowned. And that totally sounded like as I don't know, as I ran past it, it sounded like drowned. And I panicked. Panicked, I say. Okay, that should be what we need there. We're making collagen. So we're going to need sulfuric acid and mincemeat. Now the question is, how do we want to get the sulfuric acid in there? And I'm thinking we're going to warp it in there. So that'll be okay, except I only have one sender module left. It's okay. I'll make some more. Off camera. Got this, we got this, we got this. Yeah. I think there's actually one more chemical reactor we can steal out of where they used to be. So if I go there, that's the one. Okay, so let's do we do it top down? I think we do bottom up. That's fine. All right, so this is going to be a little bit janky. But I'm hoping that we can get it. Oh my goodness. That was falling up and down the step assist. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. This we don't have cleaning maintenance hatches. Or sorry, we don't have biosterilization maintenance hatches. Although it's fine. I'm just gonna wrap around and bring it down. We'll bring it down the middle here, maybe. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. That'll work. In which case, let's put the UV hatch right here. And we just got to figure out where everything else is going. Okay, so we want bone meal, mincemeat, sulfuric acid. So that's easy enough with these two. We'll just do 2 input buses with ender drawers. And the sulfuric acid. Oh, I meant to go grab those and I didn't. Okay, I'll be right back then. Okay. Yep, that took a little bit longer than I thought it was gonna, but we got that, and we got a couple of sender modules, so we'll make that happen as well. So it should just be that. Nope, we need the output. Output's gonna go up. Just remembered. And I didn't grab it. Oh man. Trying to remember all the things. It's a lot. Okay, let's take a moment though and hit that there. And we will grab you and then run to, I think I've still got sulfuric acid being made over here. Yeah. This was just supposed to be my little backup one, but I'm using it more and more. Oh, it all has to be stainless steel, doesn't it? Unless, oh, it can be Naquita. It's going to take forever to fill, but it can be Naquita. Wait. That's hydrochloric acid. Oh no, did I get rid of my sulfuric acid maker? I did not. Awesome. Okay. That's... Shh. Problematic. Alright, so let's wait for that to fill. In the meantime, we can hit this. And use the empty one. This would be an excellent place. This is the only one on the line. These used to be where we were making all of our nether star components. So I could probably also upgrade this to UV. But not going to happen at the moment. This is the biggest downside, is I haven't come up with a good baseline pipe. We've been using stainless steel for everything. And that works, but, you know, it's real slow. So, in fact, I'm going to be back in just a moment while this fills. And we're good. Okay. I'm sure you've seen this all a billion times, but... Oh, no. This is the downside of realizing that you messed something up and going back. This is what a lot of the downtime in between episodes has been. Okay, you did warp it out. So we can run over here. And you should have it. And when you're empty, go that way. And in the meantime, we'll use a huge pipe now. Not because it's what my new standard is, just I have them. And I'm getting a little tired of waiting. So I'm getting very impatient. Okay, so you've got stainless steel. Or you've got, sorry, not stainless steel, sulfuric acid. We need to get that mince, and we need to get bone meal. So let's run up to... I don't think that this is going to keep up. I think we're making bone meal up here. Yeah. I don't think that this is going to keep up. But for now, it'll be fine. Because we're also not going to automate the mincemeat yet until I have got polycaprolactin. Oh, this is not the... This is not it anymore. I realized I could probably tear this stuff all down. In fact, output bus, output hatch. I want that. Alright, so you're going to come right here. Made, done, and that guy. And then what we're going to do is see if we've got any handy. I can kind of shortcut this a little bit. And I've been trying to think of a good time to do that. So this seems like a good one. We'll go grab this and just fill this up with one of these. So... Oh, you know what? It doesn't even matter, because it doesn't hold 8,000, it holds 8 million. Okay, so it didn't even matter which size I used. But we'll go ahead and toss this. Move this. Put a ender drawer down. And replace this with that. Perfect. And then I've got some in my inventory already. Lock it. Link it. And this should be ready to go as soon as we wire it up. So yeah, I'm starting in the middle of the chain, and I recognize that. I just... This polycaprolactin is a lot. So is that tiny little target that I'm trying to reach. No. It didn't work. Why not? Bone meal, mincemeat, sulfuric acid. Oh, I don't want that. I actually want that down here. I remember the unimportant part. So you're going to go right there. You'll face that way, and then we'll put a fluid voiding cover on you. And that will be fine. And then an output bus. There we go. Okay, now you're getting the collagen. Done. And we can mark that off. We need to use the collagen to make agar, right? No, to make gelatin. So to make gelatin, we need the gelatin mixture. And oh, that's why I had the phosphoric acid. Okay. So this one's just a mixer. And now here's the question. If I go up to UV power, it's 2.5 seconds. But I can use the, what's it? The problem is, and this has been the problem the entire time I've been really, well, not the only problem, but this is a huge machine. I just don't think we can fit this whole machine in there. So, executive decisionally, I think we're going to go ahead and just use the other mixer. So we need the Kovar. We need two more input hatches and an input bus. No, actually we only need one. But we do need one to be an output hatch, so that's fine. We'll keep it. And then I've got a mixer in here. I do. Should have everything else we need. Let's go to town. Okay, so in here, and it seems really dark in here, but I don't have a good... I mean, I guess we could maybe toss this down. That does make it better, doesn't it? Here, let's... I've got all these, like, little corners now. Yeah, that makes everything better. Okay. Speaking of which... Oh, when did I turn that off? Huh. Does it only last so long? Weird. Huh. It's like turning on and off oddly. Whatever. So input bus. I have them right there. There we go. Okay, and then we need maintenance hatch. And we're going to need the mixer itself. And then we need the reservoir, right? So that'll be easy. That part will be easy. So we'll put the reservoir right here. And then we'll put the input hatch here. And then we will warp in. What was the other? Oh, phosphoric acid. But phosphoric acid does not need to happen in the clean room. Okay, so I'll set this up somewhere else. I actually just got rid of a phosphoric acid because I thought it was something else. That's a big whoops. That's a big whoops. But whatever. Input collagen, input water, input phosphoric acid. It was water, right? Yeah. And then you're going to output the gelatin mixture. So if I do one more, I can do 1, 2. I can't go up any higher. So where does this go? Well, now I'm stumped. I think we're going to go that way. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work. Ha! Wrong dark block. So this is going to be slower, but we just don't have the space to do more. All right, so if we're going to go that way, can I do... Can't even see the outline. 1, 2... Okay, this is only 7 wide, so I should probably do it at the same level. That's fine. So we'll just do like that, and then we'll make this output hatch right here. And then I missed the power input. Right there is fine. Didn't I make it? There it is. They keep moving on me in my inventory as I sort things around. Makes things confusing. Okay, why are you not making it? Because I don't have phosphoric acid. Okay, that's fine. Let's go make some phosphoric acid. And yeah, for now, we're just going to make a pile of it. So let me go set that up real quick, and I'll be back. So I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work out the way I want it to. That's like my third Naquita bucket of... Okay. And it almost emptied it. Although I did have a little bit left over because I accidentally made a ton of phosphorus pentoxide, which we needed for something else, but not super useful at the moment. So let's run this over here, make sure that everything's working okay. And then eventually I'll automate this off camera because you've seen me automate this before, similar things. Okay, so you've got gelatin mixture, and the gelatin mixture goes into a centrifuge. This is another one where the centrifuge itself is huge, and I don't think I can fit it in here. So we'll go ahead and just Tumbaga it. So in here, I've got a ton of centrifuges, and I've got some Tumbaga, and I've got a input hatch, and you should just have one output, right? No, two outputs, because we get the phosphorus dust back. I don't really want the phosphorus dust back, but that'll be okay. We got the output hatches, we got everything. Okay, cool. I'm hoping to just some part of this automated is what I really like to have happen today. It just seems like so many machines to do anything lately that I'm, like I said, I'm getting a little bit whiny. That's not ideal. All right, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, come on. That'll work. It is going to get a little cramped in here, though. All right, so we want the input hatch. And what we'll do is we'll do 2 output hatches. I mean, obviously we'll do output hatches, but I'll have one of them point to phosphorus. Just generally. On the other output hatch will go down. And maintenance hatch. And we'll do the same pattern over here. So you're going to get a energy hatch. I think I keep looking at the one that's only got like 4 because I don't expect to have any energy hatches. Oh, this is cramped. Reform. No. Good. Okay. So let's for now go ahead and put this here. And I say for now, I'm totally never going to end up changing it. That's just a given. But we can put this pipe. We'll use a large pipe here because I don't think I need more. Oh, I don't like that. Okay, so I should be able to grab one out of here. It's because it... Oh, I could have just done that. Nice, okay. So, one of the things that I've struggled with is normally you can just pull one item out, but that doesn't work for liquids. So it looks like you can just change the locking on it, and it'll update it and make it spit stuff out. Okay, so we've got the gelatin dust. What do we do with the gelatin dust? Agar dust. But that needs distilled water, which I don't know if we're making anymore. So... Well, we did get all the autoclave stuff, so that's fine. Let's go grab a quick autoclave. And getting to agar, I mean, agar you don't use for a lot. We use it to make the growth medium. I think we use small piles to make silkworm gel. And then this is actually the best bait is silkworm gel. And it is easier to use because you don't need all those fluid capsules. So I might set that up. But, that's a whole other thing. It's a whole other thing. You also need small piles of gelatin dust. Oof, it's a whole other thing. This is the clean room stuff is no joke. Oh, we didn't power it. Okay. Tons of machines. Obviously, this one's going a lot faster than this one. No! I didn't even think about that. Okay, so let's try that again. I keep forgetting that just because I use a single, doesn't mean it's actually going to work. So we'll do that. We'll put you back there. Actually, I probably want you over on this side, huh? Yeah, if it's going to be cramped, let's just make it cramped. Oh! Bother. Wanted phosphorus dust there. Oh, I need an MV hatch because it's got 2 outputs. Yeah, you can't control which one goes where, so... Alright. That's just gonna be silly. Just silly. MV output bus. And if I end up having too much stuff, I guess that'll be fine. Nope, this side. Okay, so now you go there, and what I actually wanted was phosphorus. Nope, not bottom tank. Bottom chest. So we'll set you in here with the phosphorus inside, lock it, put you here, and then no, I actually just want all of you to go over there. And then this should still be going. Why is it not? I have no more gelatin mixture. Why do you have no more gelatin mixture? Phosphoric acid. You've got water. You're missing... Did we already go through... Oh, I never... Yeah, I did. I totally made mincemeat. We already go through all that mincemeat? No. Oh, wait. There's, forgot about the tiny piles of bone meal. So we need to... We can actually augment it like that, too. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure that one out. That's the optimization stuff that I don't like doing that on camera when it's a big giant task, because it's, you know, it's a big giant task. There's like 10 steps, and so if we stop to obsess over each individual step, we don't get anywhere. Yeah, okay, so we're good now. Although that was going down awful fast, wasn't it? No, not too fast. Okay. I feel like if I can just get part of this automated, we should be good. Okay, so this is where we wanted the agar and the... Yeah, I know what we're going to do. So we're going to run over here. Run over here, and we will grab autoclave stuff. Don't think I have an autoclave, but I do have... We just made that silicone casing, didn't we? There we go. I keep doing that over and over again. I've never, well, that's not true. Like, I think the first time I made silicone because I needed it, but most of the time, oh, do I not have an autoclave? Oh, there we go. Oh, we even have a large one. Good, 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 good. So we need an input hatch for the water. get rid of this and this. Get rid of that. Get rid of that for now. We're going to come grab it again here in a second, but it's fine. And this carbon dust is irritating, so doop, doop, and doop. Okay, everything's better. Okay, so what I need to do is give this an item filter, but I'm not sure I have any more item filter. There we go. We do have one. Okay, I did figure this out. If you saw earlier, we want the gelatin dust. We want it to filtered. Filter both. That's fine. And this just means that it can't output that side except for that. So that's fine. That's exactly what we want. And you're going to go in here like this. And you've got gelatin dust. Good. You're filled with gelatin dust. And then I guess we fill this spot in again. And we are going to put the input hatch right there. And then we're going to make it right over here. Yeah, that'll work. And then I suppose we want the energy hatch right there. And then we need an output hatch. Which we happen to have. Output bus, sorry. And it's only agar? Yes. So all of this might be problematic at a later date, but for right now I think it's okay. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Here, let's do this. We are out of bone meal. So, like I said, I'll have to figure out how to fix that. There is so bone meal, I'll do this off camera because we've done this before. But there's a composting factory. And it's kind of a pain to make. It's all tungsten steel and like secure maceration count. Yeah, so this is why I didn't make it earlier, because it's all tungsten steel. But oh, and Enderium glass, of course, it's got something random. So I'll put that in there. And I guess, what do you use? It's just literally anything can go in there. So we'll dump in, I don't know, probably just sunflowers, because I think that's what we're making the most of the fastest. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we have that, we have that, we have that. I think we're good to go. Input hatch, yeah, that's what we want. Output bus, that's what we want. So let's grab the silicone rubber casing. Why did that make things go? That makes me nervous. Wait a second. No, we're good. We're good. Okay. You got him. Okay, but we need the, let's see. Okay. So we've got tons of distillation stuff. We will just grab distillation. I really want to be able to sort, and I can't sort, and it's making me a little grumpy too. And then I should have a bunch of clean casings in here because I just made a ton. Clean. There we go. We need a output hatch. It's the only thing we should need. I think that'll work. All right, so distillation tower goes there, and then we'll do the energy hatch right. Sure, right there. That's fine. And then just put it down. There we go. Clean stainless steel. Yeah, like that, like that, like that. Except we're gonna use a. I love these reservoir hatches. Favorite block. And then this is where the output hatch is going to go. No, actually, it seems counterproductive, but it'll be easier to do right over here. Yeah, output hatch. Form. Oh. Okay. And then this is super wasteful, but needs must. Okay, so you're making distilled water, 2 ticks each. Cool. And then you're done. How are we going to handle this? I think we're going to just pipe out. Probably the easiest. And you get a modular router. And inside the modular router, we've got to put something. So titanium drum is fine. And then... Oh, I do have these cinder modules here. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna replace that. That's fine. Fluid module. I'm almost out of fluid modules, so that's not ideal, but whatever. Input hatch. Do I have any of the upgrades here? I don't. I just need... the speed upgrade. Yeah, it's turning out that the modular routers are just much better if you transfer the actual thing. The actual fluid transfer stuff is really slow when all said and done. But I can at least make it a little bit better. I don't know how much any of this does. Oh, that was the stack augment. Yeah, so it's the fluid transfer upgrade makes you transfer more per attempt, and the speed upgrade makes you do it more frequently. So, you know, rather than a bucket every 1/10 of a second, a bucket every second, you do a 1/10 of a bucket every 1/10 of a second, sort of deal. But we're keeping up, making a gar. We got lots of burbling going on, and I think you're just gonna get a ender drawer right here. Okay, so gar is kind of the... Oh, I've got him right here, obviously. Like I've always had it for hundreds of episodes. Like that. And I can still see that in there. Mostly we're okay. It's gonna be a little bit hectic, but I think it'll be okay. We have only used about a 1/6 of our phosphoric acid, so that's fine. And I will figure out a way to make this all cleaner later. But mostly with huge buffers, assuming the huge buffers get replaced, we have a gar automated, which is not the everything. So now we have to figure out how we're going to do the brewery. And this is what's really been bothering me, is I don't know how to get a brewery in here. We can get a large brewing vat, but this is a 5x5, and I can't fit a 5x5 in here and have any other machines. So do we just kind of say forget it and go for broke? Honestly, that's probably the easiest solution. We could, in fact, you know what? We could just do that. Oh, wait, no, we can't. Oh, I remember. That's why I hadn't been doing this before. Because this is all LUV stuff. Ah, except for that elite circuit assembler. It's all the stuff's just sitting here. I gotta fix this room. And the room above. We'll get there. Okay, so how do I even get out of here? Over here. Down here. Alright, if we're gonna make a UV brewer. I haven't made one of these yet. Fusion glass. Okay. We've been going for a little over an hour. And I think agar is a sufficient part 1 for this. So I'm going to go make some off-camera optimizations. It's just fiddling with something for 20 minutes to figure out exactly what it is. That's no way you can talk through it. No way you guys want to listen through it. That's the only reason I'm not doing it on camera. It's the sort of stuff that works for a stream, not for an episode. Might make a couple more machines, but realistically, I'll probably just forget. And what's the other thing that I need to do? Oh, I'll get a bunch of the individual machines we need to make. So that'd be one brewer. See, we could do the large chemical reactor. We might do that, but if not, I'll make the regular chemical reactor. We need a second brewer, so that's 2 brewers. A distiller. This is what we really want to get to, but again, it's UEV, so that's 2 tiers away. And then the raw growth medium. This is really what we want. Well, no, that's still not what we want. We wanted these stem cells. I probably should start with this. We need sterilized growth medium, and bacteria, and osmiridium dust. That'll get us bacterial sludge and stem cells. We can kick this bacterial sludge back into the process. Actually, probably just into this process here. Or we could do that process. Hold on. Okay, so bacterial sludge turns to enriched bacterial sludge at a 1-to-1. Enriched bacterial sludge turns to mutagen at a 10-to-1. And the mutagen, we could do that way. No, raw growth medium. Here we go. Mutagen does there, and 1-to-1. This is a 1-to-1. So we're at a total of a 10-to-1 ratio. And so the bacterial sludge really doesn't do us any good to have here. So I'm kind of thinking maybe it's a waste product. It seems like a silly waste product, but we'll take a look at it and see how we can optimize it. But that is going to be next episode. This whole process here is blowing my mind. And I'm not saying that like negatively. I mean, it is a little negative, maybe negative, self-critical. I cannot figure out what we're supposed to be doing here. I feel like I'm just out of 150 steps, I'm just doing that one step at a time. But this is, once we get past this little hurdle, hopefully this is just a wall, and everything after this will be fine. Even if it was just do the same thing over and over again, that I can understand. I don't like it, but I can get my mind around it. I can't with this for some reason. Okay, so I'm gonna, and I'll set this up. We'll set these to go. We need to keep checking, and I keep forgetting what it is we need. It's the UHV. Okay, so these are not that hard to make, I don't think. All of this stuff we will have. More titanium. Most of the bulk of this is advanced transistors we've got, wires we've already got, plates we've already got. I'll automate these UHB IC chips because that really needs to have happened soon. The RAM chips are trivial. The frames we've already got. So it's a wetware processor. That's kind of the big deal. The wetware processor. We're in the process of making these wetware printed circuit boards. The advanced in the RIM chips and the NOR and the NAND chips are all easy. Wires easy, plates easy. So then it's this guy here. This is the next tier up, and this doesn't you'll notice need it does need a clean room, but it doesn't need. We could do the circuit assembler. Can we do a multi-block circuit assembler? Would that be worth doing? See, that's fun sounding. But the wetware processor itself, it's also not that big a deal. Once nano CPU chips we've got automated, this we've got automated, these advanced components we've got automated, soldering alloys easy. It does require a clean room, but we've got cleaning hatches now, so I could just use those. We've got the crystal CPUs. It's this neural processing unit. This is just beating me about the head and shoulders. All of these are easy, and once we get this and this, we need sterilized growth medium. But we'll have that. See, I just don't know. I don't know. And trying to fit it all in that little machine room. Maybe I will spend some time making a few more blocks, and we'll just have a giant clean room so I can be inefficient. Anyhow, that's going to do it for the episode today. I appreciate it for you hanging out for my part 1. And until next time, I'll catch you on the flippity flop.